what is a WISO or a CISO? What's the difference? What do they do? A CISO is a combat systems officer. It's a more broad term that includes WISOs, which are weapon system officer, EWO, electronic warfare officer, and navigators. And they go through a broad training pipeline before they track, kind of similar to pilot training, and it's like the navigator training track. Now, before people jump in the comments and say, what is an F-16 pilot doing talking about WISOs? Here's one thing that you likely did not know. The United States Air Force has one F-16 WISO in the whole force. And it was in my squadron, and he worked for me. So check it out. There is one model of the F-16 that actually has, it's mech'd for the back seat to be run by a WISO. He was a Strike Eagle WISO who went through specific training to then become an F-16 WISO in our squadron. And we did it as we trained other nations who have that role. Now, a WISO in the back seat of typically an F-15E right now, but in our case, we had a WISO in the back seat of an F-16, and they could assist with various tasks like complex weapons attacks, ground mapping with the ESA radar while the pilot was doing other tasks, those sorts of things. A WISO and a pilot work together to conduct their air-to-air or the air-to-ground game plan. They're only as good as how well they work together. And we still had C-model F-16s, which is the single-seat version, in our squadron as well. So we had both C-model and D-model, but our D-models were Block 72s, and they were specifically mech'd so the backseat could be run by a WISO. Bet you didn't know that. It's super cool. If you have more questions like that, hit me up in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. Like and follow for more.